football playoffs, right? So as everybody knows, right now we're battling with the AFC Championship and the NFC Championship. The AFC Championship is the Ravens versus the Chiefs, and the NFC Championship is going to be 49ers versus the Lions, and that's going to be this weekend, right? This weekend coming up, right?
Sunday. Yep, Sunday.
Sunday this weekend. Two games, 4 teams. Who's going to be the 2? CP, who do you have winning AFC? Ravens or Chiefs?
I mean, I feel like history says not to bet against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in AFC Championship games. I think he's maybe 3-1 in AFC Championship games. But I got the Ravens, man. Be honest with you, as much as I've been trying to fight it because of my good brother MMG's getting on my nerves about the Ravens, I got the Ravens. I got the Ravens going to the Super Bowl. I got Lamar showing out against them this weekend, so I definitely see the Ravens making it to the bowl as the AFC representative. What you thinking, though?
I think I agree with you. I think with the way Lamar's been playing, it's like writing on the wall. And I'm kind of at the point where I'm just tired of the Chiefs. Like it's like back I want to say 10 years ago, everybody was tired of the Patriots.
Man.
Like, come on, Patriots. Come on, guys, Patriots every time. Like, okay, cool. The Chiefs, they overcame some injuries. They overcame a lack of star power. They didn't have Tyreek Hill no more. It's just Travis Kelce. Their receiving core is not as powerful as it once was. Back I want to say 1 to 2 years ago, their receiving core was freaking phenomenal. So now it's not as it used to be. You got Valdez Scantling stepping up. You got Travis Kelce doing what he do. But to me, I'm tired of the Taylor Swift show. I'm tired of it.
You over the Swifties?
I'm over it, bro. I'm literally like, that's the one thing I can say. I'm like, why? Like, to me, I don't care for it. But I'm rooting for Lamar, and I want to see him make history. I want to see him do great things, and I just want to see him promise what he said he was going to do when he got drafted. He's going to take the Ravens to the Super Bowl. He's going to win a chip. So I kind of want to I want him to make do with that, and
for sure
get them where he needs to be. So I think if he triumphs over Mahomes, they're going to win the championship. They're going to win. I think they just have too much of a good thing going right now. And if they can harness that and not make too many mistakes against the Chiefs, I think they can make it happen because their defense is impeccable. So
yeah, for sure. They got a complete team over there. I mean, like I said, it's tough to go against Pat and the Chiefs because they've done it already. They've been here before. They got the pedigree to do it. The crazy part is they won a Super Bowl last year with damn near the same receiving core, minus I think just Juju Smith-Schuster. All these other guys was on the team last year, so it's tough to count them out. But I think the Ravens just are a complete team, top to bottom, offense, defense, special teams. They're pretty good, pretty special. Lamar is a special player, and then like I said, their defense is elite too. So, if the Chiefs find a way to pull it out, I think it's going to be because of a special game from Pat, along with a couple mistakes made by the Ravens, who just don't have as much experience in this situation as the Chiefs. But no doubt about it, like we both said, definitely favoring the Ravens. Rooting for Lamar to get it done, man. I'd love to see it. I ain't gonna lie. Florida boy in Baltimore, taking Baltimore to the chip, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree with you. I can't agree with you no more than that. 49ers and Lions for the NFC Championship. Who you got?
Now, this is a tough one. I'm not going to lie to you, man. This was a tough game to try and pick. I'm not a fan of either team. I don't really buy into the hype of either team this year. But I will say I think I got Detroit, man. I think I got Detroit. I think that the 49ers didn't look great against Green Bay last week. Purdy didn't look great against Green Bay last week. They got it done at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? He led them on a game-winning drive, so I'm not going to take nothing away from them.
Look, that game could have went either way. I was actually rooting for Green Bay, to be honest.
Hey, listen, so was I, brother.
I hate 49ers, bro, but Green Bay, I hate them too, but I was actually rooting for Jordan Love because he's a rookie, and I think that he was doing some spectacular things, man.
Shout out to my Uncle Martin, because I never even hated the 49ers until I realized that he was a fan my entire life. I remember growing up, and I've always been an Eagles fan, but for some reason in my bedroom there was a framed a framed 49ers Jerry Rice jersey all
Wait,
the
who
way
was
until I made it.
who was that?
My uncle,
Wow.
my uncle is a diehard 49ers fan. He's been a 49ers fan almost all his life. He done been to San Fran and Santa Clara and seen them
Wow.
play in person. Like he's just that boy, and it irks my soul now. So and under no circumstances do I even like I can't root for him under any condition whatsoever. So I'm definitely favoring Detroit. I just think that Detroit has more firepower too. Quiet
Mhm.
as kept, man. They got a very dynamic offense. When Jared Goff has a clean pocket and when he doesn't turn the ball over, he is elite. I can't take it away from him. And they got Amon-Ra St. Brown, who I think is a top 5 receiver in this league. Doesn't get enough credit for the season that he's had and the production that he's had since he came into the league. I like their backfield. They got a good offensive line. They run the ball. They're very balanced on offense, and their defense gets it done. I don't think their defense is special by no means, but they got a pretty good pass rush with Aiden Hutchinson and the boys up front. And their secondary is pretty good too, So I think I don't think that the 49ers are a lock to win. I think Detroit has a real good shot at going into San Fran and
Right.
knocking them off and getting to their first Super Bowl for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm kind of similar to you. I really don't care for either team. Um, I mean, to be honest, I think Detroit has a better history. They have more of a better story, in my opinion. Just because of the fact with Jared Goff, it's like a redemption story from him coming from Los Angeles Rams, having that beautiful success story that he had, and then it's like, all right, well, he shit the bed with that one. Get rid of him. In
Yeah,
comes Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford takes them to the Super Bowl. They win the Super Bowl, and it's like, damn, like, why couldn't I do that? So now he's able to do it with another team. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is going to be their first conference championship game since 1992. So about 30, 31 years, 32 years. And if they do win, it'll be their first Super Bowl appearance ever. So it'll be their first time ever winning going to the Super Bowl. Now,
yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'm gonna go with the Lions. I don't like the 49ers. I don't have that big of a grudge towards the Lions as the 49ers because the Lions really, because I've been a Cowboys fan, they really ain't been that good. Like they
We've been
really,
bad all our lives.
this is the first time they really been like, oh snap! Like I didn't see this. Did you see them? Let's be honest. Did you see the Lions being as dominant as they were? I didn't see it until I want to say midway, close to about 10 games into the season, where I'm like, oh, what's going on with them? Where's this coming
Right.
from? Because after 10 games, it's like, all right, who's still above 500? Who's like 9-1, 9-2, like who's 8-2, who's 7, like who are those teams? And it's
Yeah.
like, well, the Lions still hanging in there. What's going on? So I think after 10 games, I was like, these guys are doing pretty good. They're not really slagging off, or they're not really losing a lot of games. They're really playing pretty perfectly. So I don't know, man. I think it makes for a better story than the 49ers. I mean, Brock Purdy. He's a technical football player. I think he's gonna manage the game well. I think he's gonna make moves. I think he's gonna do what he needs to do. But I think the Lions are probably gonna pull this one out and get the W. And it just, to me, if everybody's saying what the NFL's rigged, like I'm thinking of it as a wrestling fan. Like, what makes a better story? What's gonna get a
Yeah.
better reaction? Like,
Yeah.
what's gonna get the better pop? Is it gonna be the 49ers and the Ravens, or is it gonna be the Ravens and the Lions? Ravens, you got Lamar Jackson, first Super Bowl, doing what he said he was gonna do, finally beat Patrick Mahomes, and then you have over here Lions, Detroit, first time in 32 years, Jared Goff, redemption story. Like it's just, to me, like it makes a better story. That's just me. It just makes a better story to me. To me, it
Nah,
just makes a better story.
storyline wise, I definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
I think I don't, and I this is not not tying into what I just mentioned, but I think most people probably have a little bit of 49ers fatigue, the same way they might have Kansas City fatigue, where they've been consistently good for a little while now. They've had a good team pretty much since Kyle Shanahan has been the coach. Even going back to Jim Harbaugh, really, they've had a pretty solid team.
It's like
Going back a
2015,
little while now.
2016.
Yeah, exactly. Kaepernick days and all that stuff. So, I think, they talk a big game. They're a physical team, so taking nothing away from them, but they got holes. They got holes. They lost Debo last week. I'll be curious to see if he's playing this week. Whereas I think Detroit is healthier. I think they might be a little bit more complete. I mean, take nothing away from San Fran, man. You still got C-Mac. You still got Ayuk, Jennings, Kittle. So they got some dogs over there, man. It's not going to be a blowout by no means, one way or the other. But like you said, I just think for the sake of narratives and for the sake of intrigue, it would be dope to see Detroit get there this year. It'd be really cool to see, like you said, Jared Goff get to redeem himself for, the one Super Bowl that he went to. I think people forget that sometimes too, is that he is a Super Bowl quarterback. He has been to a Super Bowl before, regardless of whether or not they won it. He has that experience. So it'll be good to see, man. It'll definitely be good to see. I'm excited for that game. I'm excited for that game for sure.
I'm excited for it as well. I think I can clearly put this as a redemption game, redemption season for him. Because I think he was written off when he lost the Super Bowl. I think they written him off as a good quarterback. I think I'm gonna be honest. I wrote him off. I didn't think he was gonna. I don't think he was gonna bounce back from that. Similar to like those quarterbacks that had a great season or two, can throw 4,000 or 5,000 yards, are really good, like a Mitch Trubisky or like
Carson Wentz,
or like a Matthew Stafford when he was with Detroit. Like he had 4,000 or 5,000 yard seasons damn near every season.
Right.
Like he just had to be in the right system, the right team to get to him to where he needed to be.
Definitely. So, and they put a good team around Jared Goff too. Like he's got a good squad around him. I think that was key for him, was just having coaches that believed. I don't think Sean McVay necessarily believed in him.
And having good pieces around him.
They got elite pieces. They go at least 4 deep at receiver. They got 2 running backs. They got a rookie tight end in Laporta that's a Pro Bowler. So it's they got a squad, man. They got a squad, and San Fran is going to have their hands full trying to contain that offense. If they get pressure on him, he's still Jared Goff, so he's not elusive by no means. You know what I mean? But he's a good quarterback. I can't. I definitely wouldn't. Going into this game, I think he's the best quarterback in that game. I think he's better than Brock Purdy.
You got more experience than him. You got a lot more experience.
Definitely.
So we're both in a consensus of Super Bowl predictions, Ravens and Lions.
Yeah, man. Definitely.
So you heard it here, audience. If you listening to us, Ravens and Lions, Super Bowl 2024. That's what we're going with.
If you gamble,
put the money on them.
That's where you go. That's where you go right there.
Put the money